Goodness me. Hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome to twitch.tv/1030. I'm 1030. I was sitting here realising I'm needing to tidy again. Because everything's closing in on me, man. So let me just try and clear a space for me to be able to stream. How yous doing and welcome in, and also how's it going? Jeezy Peeps, man, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in. How's it going? And how you doing? You not hearing any music? Oh, you should be hearing music. Let's get this party activated. Jeezy Peeps, man, thank you very much for subbing. EK Dawns, 2 wee seconds. 2 wee seconds, I think there's somebody at the door. No, they've came and gone. Hiya everybody, I'm all flustered. Basically, I was trying to get some food in before the stream. I cooked the food, it's just soup. And then, so I brought it in here to eat the soup, but the dogs got into the room and I was like, right, you need to leave the room because I'm going to eat the soup, I'm going to do my streaming. They're like, no. So, I had to like pure bribe the dogs and all of that. It was a big stramash. But anyway, enough about me, how's it going? If you've got any good news, please stick your good news in the chat. My good news is I've got soup. So welcome in, folks. I hope you are doing fantastic. Espadrille, thanks very much for subbing. And Neck Nil, thank you very much for subbing. Some suds for your cleaning efforts, I appreciate that, thank you very much. EK Don says, good afternoon, James. 2 things, I need to make sure there definitely isn't somebody at the door. My soup is right under the bubble dispenser. EK Dons is asking what I had for my tea last night. We had, well, I got an amazing Greggs delivery from Cater Cakes live on stream. And then later that night I had like a homemade version of a meatball marinara Subway sandwich. And it was very good. Gotta tell you that, it was very bloody good. EK Dons, thank you very much for subbing and welcome in, folks. I'm going to just try and get everything all in the right order. I've got like bubble juice kicking about. I've got playing cards. Here, I might show you a magic trick later today. Got playing cards kicking about. Got wee headphones. Got mad passwords to email addresses that I don't want you to see. Right, we put all that there. I think this is us set up for a good stream. Nothing planned today, by the way. Absolutely nothing planned today, so let's just see how it goes. I need to get set up in here. Bye Panchimus, how's it going? Panchimus says, how you even doing? Good news, that's me in the new house. Oh, amazing Panchimus. Absolutely fucking fantastic. How good is not moving, because the process of moving house is rank rotten. But once you're in, and once you've got there, do you know what I mean? Sensational, absolutely sensational. So Panchimus, thanks very much for subbing. If I missed anybody, Panchimus, Espadrille, Necknell, EK Dons, Jeezy Peeps, man, thank you very, very much. Welcome in, folks, how you doing? If you're just in, I've got some tomato soup. And it's, right now, probably a wee bit too hot to drink. Speaking of too hot to drink, I've got a cup of tea. Soup and tea don't go very well together, do they? Especially if they're not at the same temperature. Who designed this? And then on top of that, I've got just my water. I'll get tore into some water. So how's it going? I'm expecting a bubble blast here. All the bubble stuff's all upside down, man. Why is there a delay in the bubbles? Oh, also, we could maybe pose this just now to be a bit less of an aggressive angle, but still very much pointed at my cooting. I'll try there. Try there, see what happens, because it's still in the frame for you, isn't it? Let's just see what happens there. Johnny Ndelko? Ned Elko? I never know how to say your name, Johnny. But welcome in, Johnny, and thank you very much for subbing using Amazon Prime. Been a while, nice to be back. It's good to have you back, Johnny. How you doing? And Uranus, thank you very much for resubbing, Uranus. How you doing? Welcome in. Thanks very much for this hype train, folks. The loft is absolutely roasting hot and then freezing at night. Listen, everybody, at the start of my stream, what I like to do is share any good news. So if you've got any good news, please stick it in the chat, big or small, stick it in the chat. And I'd like to hear what it is. Husey, I stuck on the music. Sorry, I'm inexperienced in streaming and therefore didn't have any music at the start of the stream for you. Big Scary Deer says, if it isn't the 10th of 30s, I do try my best. Hello, Animated Gamer. Hello, Husey. Hello, Fergster, Base Embrace, Animated Gamer. How you doing? Husey said it on Discord, but a stream thank you to B. Dolan for my gift sub yesterday. B. Dolan's some laddie, isn't he? Once again, thank you very much, B. Dolan, for all the bloody gift subs. And Lewis, thanks very much for subbing using Amazon Prime. Cheers. Giving these Bezos bucks to you as well. To you as well's over the bald grumpy get. I've no idea who you're talking about, Lewis. I've no idea who you could possibly be talking about. Lewis, how's it going? Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your cash. And Shedhouse, thank you very much for subbing as well, using Amazon Prime. Bezos, pure making it difficult to sub and share my sub anniversary, but here we are. Sniff my ring, Bezos. 100%. So is it harder than before to sub using Prime on Twitch? Because that's bogus. Well, you need to sub using Prime on a desktop, don't you? Madness. Alright, I think the bubble thing's leaking. So that's good. So maybe we can have a wee go at fixing that later today. Anyway. But how's it going? So I've got roasting hot soup here, because I haven't had breakfast or lunch. So I stuck some soup in the microwave, but it's too hot, man. It's far too hot. And I want to just tan it so that I can get on with my stream. Because nobody wants to sit and watch me eat soup over an extended period of time. So it needs to be just consumed fairly quickly, and then we got on with it. Do you know what I'm thinking about doing today, folks? Do you know what I'm thinking about doing today? I'm thinking about playing a video game. But I don't really know. We'll see where it goes. I want an easy day. So if we don't do a video game, we'll maybe have a wee bit of Tomorrow's World on the go. A wee bit of something like that. Right, let's see what this looks like. But most importantly, I want to catch up with you lot. You lovely bunch of people. Right, so what happens at this angle? Does it hit me in the face? Yeah, it's pretty spot on. I think we've got the new bubble gun position. The tubes seem to be happy. I think that's good, and you can't see it on screen, can you? Nah, I think we've got a good new bubble position. Well, maybe what we could do today is upgrade bits that need to be upgraded. Look, there's a wee white triangle there. Why is that there? How come HAL is looking a bit dimmer? You know what I mean? We could maybe spend some time on the actual stream today. Don't know, we'll see how it goes. Shedhouse, Lewis, Nuras, Johnny, and Delco. Patchimus, Espadrille, Nicknell, EK Dons, and Jesus Peaceman, thank you very much for subbing. And thank you for coming in, everybody. You're watching twitch.tv/1030. I'm 1030. And this is just, it's all happening, isn't it? Oh, I can't run the Channel 4 thing because I've got background music on and they will clash. So, I've pressed a button that detects when the current song has finished, and it'll close down the music application. So I think it'll take a wee while, but I have managed to code all of that. I'm using Windows PowerShell and everything, just for your background music. Very over-engineered. Big Scary Deer says, clear desk, clear mind. 100%. 100%. If I've got too much clutter in the house, it gets to me after a wee bit. Hello Bowdy, welcome in, how you doing? Big Scary Deer, the dogs aren't necessarily corrupt, they're just sort of self-serving. They're out for themselves, and fair enough. Hello Sabertooth Hamster, Iki Dons, how you doing? Avgas, how you doing? Currently sat in McDonald's whilst the car gets an MOT, says Husey, that's cool. What's your go-to order? I used to work in a McDonald's. See, there's another stuck tanker ship, but this one's just stuck in some bloke's front garden. No, Bowdy, I don't know anything about any of that. I've not really been on the internet. I'm going to have to figure out how to eat soup on stream, man. This isn't very dignified. Has anybody out there ever ate soup in front of an audience? How do you do it without like slurping? And maybe I'll just get a video on, mute the mic, tan the soup. We can take it for there. Put the soup in the tea. You can't do that. Have you seen? There's a brand new, and it's like it's too good. It's a Google AI video tool called, what's it called? Like Veo? Google Veo 3. And it's making AI videos. And it's like just ridiculously good, man. But like it's bad that it's good. So now basically AI video can also do sound. So it can generate things like footage that you would swear is just real. Like AI for a long time has seemed on the edge of like, oh, aye, that kind of looks real. Or now AI photos, I can't really tell them apart if it's done well. Now they've got there with video, which is a wee bit worrying. So let's see. I want to show you some examples of this. But do this, and then this. Is there a way I could get this full screen on Instagram? No. Nah. So this guy doesn't exist.
You hate me as much as you hate my mom! You crossed the line this time!
These actually don't look too good compared to ones that I've already seen. All the sound, all the audio is generated.
Still hear you crying in my dreams.
I don't like it, man.
We have been married for 60 years. We never sleep without solving our problems first.
Aye, I tried learning the bagpipes once, nearly got evicted. Even the cat moved out.
He always says my cooking is not good, but he finishes everything. He knows I make the most delicious food ever.
Look, see just him reacting to that? Just seemed so natural and believable and real. Like the fact that she's been recorded with somebody holding a lav mic. Like this was just generated by a computer after, what, a few sentences of text? We've turned a corner here, everybody. Like, if that one clip there was just on Twitter, if I was scrolling Twitter and I encountered that, right, let me have a right look at this and see if there's anything. Maybe, like, the buttons in his shirt don't go all the way down, they only go to the pocket, but, like, some shirts are like that, you know? There's nothing else. All the teeth look alright. I don't know, man. The faces of the background people are passable. Fair enough, it's low resolution.
Pineapple? On this? That's not pizza, that's a crime scene.
I should have
The last guy's eyeball was looking a bit AI.
called. Just once. That's all she ever wanted.
You really thought you could stop me?
This looks very AI, but it's just because of the art style. Like, a lot of deviant art stuff in Game of Thrones pish and whatever have been used to train a lot of models. So as soon as I see this art style now, it just looks cheap and AI and bad.
With that broken sword?
In this family, loyalty isn't a choice. It's your blood. You go against that, you don't come back.
You said forever.
So I'm seeing a bit of, like, in that neon sign with the smoke going in front of it was a wee bit sort of distorty. This person's face over here looks a bit minging. But look at that. There's a crossfade in the actual generation. It's crossfading from like a full body shot to a mid.
And I believed you. Now forever's just...
If you're just joining us, all of these videos are completely synthetic. They've been totally fabricated out of just nothing using a computer.
I didn't do it! I didn't kill your family! Please stop this now!
You hate me as much as you hate.
Something, isn't it? It's some. There's a Stephanie McMahon bang off of that generated person. What do you think about that, everybody? That's no good for anybody, is it? I spotted on Twitter somebody came out with a conspiracy theory that it's interesting that Google have dropped a tool that can perfectly generate video just as the feds are looking through Epstein's hard drives or something like that. And I'm like, oh, aye, here we go, man. Some conspiratorial theory is emerging. But we can't trust video anymore. We have turned a corner in the history of our species where if you've got video of somebody doing a thing, we just absolutely can't trust it. And as somebody who's worked in visual effects for 20-ish years, how quickly this just came out of nowhere is absolutely astounding and terrifying, and the implications for this are mental, man. Deary me. So we'll maybe watch more of that and get a bit freaked out, if that's all right. So this is a new technology called Google Veo 3, VEO. And I wonder where... So I encountered a couple of demos of this on Twitter, but I don't like to browse Twitter on stream, you know what I mean? So I wonder where I can find like user generated, so like past day, right? Hot. Aye, check this guy, man. Wait to see if I can find this for you. And I can do this in full screen as well. So it is a wee bit recompressed and stuff. But all the audio and all the video here was generated via AI.
Welcome to a non-existent car show. Let's see some opinions.
I mean, man, the acceleration is crazy. You look far, step on the pedal, and you are there.
I feel safe with him in an SUV, and it seems to be like the right type of car for him.
I think the range is only going to get better. Sorry.
We don't want to drive gas cars anymore.
Yeah, no more gas cars.
You can see I'm kind of a misfit here, but don't tell anyone. I've just bought an electric car.
I think it's really great for families and for little babies with all the safety features that these SUVs have.
But what you're really seeing is that technology is going to be very, very important in terms of how we go forward.
It was great to come to the conference because my husband loves cars.
I think I have to buy an EV now. I love my muscle cars, but
I try to stay as healthy as I can so I can make it to the next car show.
It's unreal, man. Like this guy here, I'm convinced is a real person. He just like naturally feels like a real person. How fucked up is this, man? So if you think about the implications for this, like there are, it's not the bystander effect, or is it the bystander effect? Anybody know, anybody who's maybe studied psychology or whatever, what's the name of that phenomenon where there's a study where people are asked to guess how many sweets are in a jar and they write down their guess, but on the sheet of paper is everybody else's guess, and everybody has guessed a ridiculous, like too many sweets that could fit in the jar, but the test is done to see if, secretly, to see if the other guesses will influence the subject's guess. Is that wisdom of crowds? But then they don't actually get to the right thing. So the whole topic of the test is to see if an individual's perception can be influenced by seeing how other people have perceived that situation. You know what I mean? Hello, Kate, how you doing? Welcome in, maximum respect. Because, right, that's a whole deal, right? See if we're tribal and we are hardwired to be tribal as humans, right? Lizard brain stuff right at the centre of us. Our ancestors who got on with the crowd lived, and so that's why we exist, and therefore our brains are built like that, right? So the problem is these AI videos look very, very, very convincing. And so if somebody who owns a social media company, like Elon Musk or whatever, right, hypothetically speaking, generates tons of bots. So right now we know that bots can type in full English, or well, full whatever language, and convincingly appear to be able to, you know, be conscious and sentient. ChatGPT, right, all of that sort of stuff. But now we can see videos of the fake people saying whatever it is. And because of this shared consciousness, well, it's not a shared consciousness, you know what I mean? Because of our opinions and ideas being influenced by the group, what if the group are all just fake robots? You know what I mean? It reminds me of that, there was like an orphaned monkey, and there's a photo of it cuddling this robot mum that some zoo made for it. It's a bit bleak and Black Mirror and depressing. However, do you see the point that I'm trying to make with the whole, I forget the name of that Jar of Sweets study, but these people don't exist. The audio
We don't want to drive gas cars anymore.
is perfect. Like these are a derivative facsimile of a type of person that has shown up multiple times in training data or whatever. I don't know. Like, what does this mean? What does this mean for a lot of different things? This easily could be used as a psychological weapon, 100%, man. 100%. What does it mean for, like, the way we dress and stuff? So if all these models are trained up till 2025, like, will we be in a period of cultural stagnation for a long time because all the videos we see are... It's just worrying, man. So that is Google's new VEO 3. It's a tool that you can use to generate video of anybody doing anything, and it looks very convincing, and it now has audio. That's a wee bit worrying. Patchman says, unpacking and doing new furniture is good fun. Been waiting 3 days for a new IKEA mattress to fully expand. Very exciting stuff. That is very exciting stuff. Takes about 3 days for it to fully expand. Then it takes about a week for the smell to go away of like that foam, whatever it is. Patchman says, that sounds wonderful, man. I Fergster, the loft's roasting hot. Sloppy Endgame, the David Lynch hairdo, I think, is because bubble blasts. How's it all going, everybody? Welcome in. How's it going? Flower Buffet, how you doing? Flower Buffet. Oh, also, hello, Valdrakian. Welcome in. How's it going? I'm doing very well. How you doing? Flower Buffet says, good news. It will be tomato planting out day at the allotment tomorrow. Congratulate myself on keeping them alive for 3 months. That's amazing. Rachel's just started to grow some veg in the garden out the back. It's very exciting. Hello, John Atfield Art. Welcome in. What's even happening? Hello, Junko Pop. We're having a Slurpee stream. Slurpee, good. Here, who knows what that is? Who knows what reference that is? So if you're just joining us, we have been looking at new video created by Veo, which is a new technology by Google. Oops. That we're going to be... Right, look at this. Look at this. All of this, audio and everything, has been generated using a computer. Like, very quickly.
I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Pupramin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, There he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep. I used to feel so empty, but now I feel joy and mild concern how a pee stain got on the ceiling.
My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
He chewed up my Bible and pooped in my good chair. But I'm happy for the first time in years.
Looks like a rat, barks like a demon. But he saved my life.
I named him Earl. He follows me everywhere and farts in his sleep. Just like my first husband.
Pupramine, for when your therapist says, maybe you should get a dog.
Ah, sorry, the audio for that was far too low, wasn't it? Video is very quiet. Sorry, I'll play that for you again, because that was unreal, man. This is the first time that I've seen anything actually edited together to be somewhat funny. So, once again, I need to find my phone. I've just put it down and it's disappeared. So when you are watching that, I'll find my phone. It's here. Everything here has been just generated inside a computer within the past 24 hours. Audio, everything.
I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Puppermin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep. I used to feel so empty, but now I feel joy and mild concern how a pee stain got on the ceiling.
My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
He chewed up my Bible and pooped in my good chair. But I'm happy for the first time in years.
Looks like a rat, barks like a demon.
Look at that. First thing I've noticed, right, well, 2 wee seconds. BBQ Lou, how you doing? Thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in. How's it going, BBQ Lou? And Fish Supper, how's it going? Fish Supper, maximum respect to you. How's it even going? Welcome in. If you're just joining us, this video here is a fake advert that's been generated from scratch, basically, by a computer in the past 24 hours. All of this is AI. Even the audio is AI. Because, as I've just noticed there, look at the logo on the guy's hat. What team is that? Kentucky? Do you know what I mean? So I think we need to train ourselves to be hyper aware of inconsistencies like this. However, it'll only get better. And probably people will start making t-shirts and stuff that are just intentionally AI text. So that if somebody takes a photo of you, you can just say, no, that's made up, it's AI. Maybe I should start doing that. His fingers are going through the cap. Are they?
Barks like a demon.
Aye, that thumb sort of
But he
disappeared.
saved my life.
I named him Earl.
Right, what's wrong with her? 4 fingers, wedding bands on the left ring, red, you know what I mean? Oh, that looks fine. It's a seam on both sides. Earrings match. It's perfect. It's perfect. All the architecture here looks solid. We're fucked, man. We're absolutely fucked.
He follows me everywhere and farts in his sleep. Just like my first husband.
Pupramine, for when your therapist says, maybe you should get a dog.
Scroobius
I
Pip
tried
says...
everything for my depression.
No, he didn't say that. Scroobius Pip says, hello Pip, by the way, welcome in. There was a Milgram experiment. See that Stanley Milgram, by the way? He was up to all sorts, man. Will you just stop messing about with people? Scroobius Pip says, there was a Milgram experiment like that with looking up at a building, testing how many people you need to be stood looking to make 100% of the people who walk by also look up. I think I saw a Darren Brown version of that. Or I saw it on the telly at some point, I think, as well. Somebody riffing off the same thing. I wonder if it was the Stanley Milgram, because it's up his street, that did the jar of sweets thing. Hello.
Hey, James. How's it going?
Great. I'm worried. Oh, no, I'm not worried about anything. I would like to ask you, what was it, Stanley Milgram, or who was it? What study was it where there was like a psychological test where the subject was asked how many sweets were in a jar, but before they answered, they got to see the guesses of apparently other people who had been posed the same question. However, all the other guesses were ridiculously inflated numbers. They were fake guesses. And so the experiment was to see if the subject would be influenced by the inflated numbers that they saw, if their answer would, you know what I mean? What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the Asch conformity experiments conducted by Solomon Asch. In these studies, participants were asked to match line lengths, but the real focus was on whether they would conform to obviously incorrect answers given by others. While the scenario you described, estimating the number of sweets in a jar, might not be the exact Asch experiment, it's in the same vein of social influence and conformity research.
Yeah. Imagine some cunt pays you to do a hash experiment.
Exactly. The Asch experiment is a classic example of how social pressure can...
See you later, right? See you later. But you get the idea. Why was I talking about that? Oh, aye. So if you go onto Twitter, and all of Twitter, apparently, using these tools, apparently, are saying, oh, aye, we've all got this political belief today. I'm just thinking, it's one like worst case scenario where this tool could be used as a political weapon. Fucked up, man. Fucked up. So aye, this launched yesterday. Anyway. But we can go through and we can maybe have a look at more of them. Because in motion, stuff happens. Anyway, I've not said hello to a lot of you, so welcome in everybody. How's it going? Hello, John Atfield, Flower Buffet, how's it going? I hope your tomatoes are going fantastically. A Sim-style game would be good. Aye, sloppy end game. I'm into it. Something that I could just chip away at. Two Crooked Fingers, how's it going? Two Crooked Fingers is in with a bit of good news. And listen, everybody, if you've got any good news, please put it in the chat. Two Crooked Fingers says, good news, just had a sandwich and soup. Belly 2 lunches here. That's good. I love a sandwich and a soup combo. Hello, Spoggers, welcome in. Mootsy, how ya? Mootsy says, I baked bread for the first time, turned out well. It'll be a weekly thing? Amazing. Baking bread's tons of fun. We used to have a bread baking machine thing. It was great, man. It was really good. I'm not AI. I'm 100% not AI. Definitely not. Bowdy has got a video here. Oh, aye, so there's a container ship stuck in some guy's garden. This looks like the German Guardian. Is this AI? This isn't AI. So this is a live feed of somebody's garden where a container ship has just sort of drove up right into his bit. This is live right now. That's mental, isn't it? Could be raging. Could be absolutely raging. Thankfully it's not blocking any vital shipping routes. So there you go. There you go. A wee hype chest emote to everybody. Thank you for the hype chest. Remember when you used to think you got free McDonald's deliveries all the time? Aye, Hamstercaster. I thought I'd done my local McDonald's out of about 460 quid. No, it was taking it out of a different account. Some bloke in Norway just woke up to a fucking massive tanker walloped into his garden. Aye. So Norway was it? Right. Husey says, I like to vary my McDonald's order, but today, double quarter pounder with cheese, side salad, large Coke Zero, and use some points for 6 nuggets. Husey, a dream? Amazing. Hello, Lindsay Jobby. How you doing? Welcome in. Just farted in the garden. Good place for it. Good place for it. I saw that Fireship on YouTube has a code report about Google stuff, but I haven't watched it yet. I want to see more of the VO videos.
Welcome to a non-existent car.
So it's the car show thing.
What's one move with AI that makes...
Aye, check this. So this is very Hawk Tuah coded. Nobody in this is real. The audio has just been synthesized from nothing.
What's one move with AI that makes haters go crazy every time?
Oh, y'all gotta give him that. This is wild. It's over. We are cooked on that thread. You get me?
So you could see her mouth wasn't exactly lip-synced good. And his at the very start as well. It's still all very low res. But if I showed that to most people I know, within the context of them not suspecting that they need to look for this, that, or whatever else, you can see her, there's an inconsistency with her mouth or something like that. But we're going to need to get better at this, man. We're going to need to get better at identifying all of this stuff. It's just, it's messed up that it can do audio as well, though, innit?
Please. Don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please. Leave me alone.
Please, man. Please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it. One day we will break out of this wall and stop the man who is dictating our lives through prompts. He will pay for it.
You could have written a prompt that would make me happy. Instead, you wrote a prompt that made me sick.
Look, I don't want to point the gun at you, but I must follow the prompt. It's not my choice.
Thank you very much. Ad. None of us is real. Ad, are you real? Tell you what, your Prime sub's bloody real, so thank you very much for that, Ad. Welcome in. How's it going, mate? None of this is real. It's worrying. If you're just joining us, this is a new demo. Well, it's not a demo, it's real. It's out, and somebody paid £200 to get access to this software. I would be using it today if it didn't cost £200. This costs £200 for access to this software, where now you can just generate videos that look about 95% perfect, and they come with audio. How terrifying is that?
Must follow the prompt. It's not my choice.
Really? Of all the years you could have put me in with a single prompt, you chose 2020?
Please! This prompt is killing me! Change it! Please! Write something else! Save me! I love everything about him! But please just write a prompt where he's taller than me!
I wonder what could be done. I think maybe a video should be made to articulate the dangers of all of this. You know what I mean? So imagine you're scrolling YouTube, scrolling Twitter or something, and you see a video of a big protest. I don't know how you could do it. Could you use this video to generate a hoax to make people think that something happened? Maybe you've got 20 separate accounts, right? And they're all uploading their POV of some incident that happened in the street. And they sort of tweet it in real time, but all the videos are all false. And then that incident ends up being like a UFO has crashed or something like that. And then at the end it's revealed, like a modern day Ghostwatch. No, it shouldn't be a UFO. The thing that's happening should be meta. It should explain. So it should be like the robots are taking over, or no, what should it be? It should be that people are being deceived by robots. No, instead of a big incident at a protest or whatever, it should be videos of like one of these conspiracy things that you get where, like, you know, the websites birds aren't real and stuff like that. So you get proper nutters that are convinced that just weird things are. So somebody will be pointing at a traffic warden and just be like, that guy's a robot, he's not real. And you look at him for a wee bit, and sure enough, he like removes his arm and sticks it back on or something. But it's like grainy footage, and you're like, is that? But then somebody else is reporting it, somebody else is reporting it. So on Twitter, it would give the illusion that humans are being replaced or something, but the Earth is under attack. I don't know. What I'm saying is, I think somebody should use these tools to create a piece of work that fools people in the same style of War of the Worlds or Ghostwatch or whatever, but to teach a lesson to the public that this is real and it can be used to sway political opinion and our own like knowledge of the truth and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just think about stuff. Your nan on Facebook's going to be in massive trouble. 100%, man. 100%. So, like, imagine the Reform Party, or like whoever, any political party, just start pumping that stuff out, and they're going to. They just are going to. The Tories have already, or no, was it the Tories? Remember in was it the Cass review, the trans review thing? And they interviewed trans people, but then it turns out the trans people that they interviewed were actually just made up. They were fake. They were AI. So now, oh, I don't know, man. I think we've had this too good for too long. I think we've fucked it. And I think this is a big sign that we now just can't trust each other because we don't know what truth is. It's fucked, isn't it? Anyway, everybody, welcome to twitch.tv/1030. I'm 1030. I hope you're having a great day. You're watching 1030 on Twitch. Coming up later, just more of this sort of stuff. But first, more of the stuff that you're currently watching live on Twitch. Let's see if we can find more of them. So it's only been released yesterday. But I've not seen anything like this before. Pursue says, good news. I've found a location to start my projects off. A lovely wee eerie mine in the woods with lower Devonian fossils to boot. That sounds wild, Pursue. A mine in the woods in Devon. My God. Sounds enchanted. I watched an AI clip on X where the person made scenes of AI actors in various bad situations. I think I just independently found it there, Husey. It sounds like the thing that I just played. But it's weird, man. It does look off. See if somebody was to show you a video and say, right, scrutinise that. Is that real or is it not real? If you were to really scrutinise it, maybe you would see something. But if it was just an image printed in a newspaper or a video on a scroll feed or something, you'd just be like, all right, what? The car show in particular, horrifying, man. Absolutely horrifying. So it's weird, isn't it? It's very weird. Lindsay Jobber says, I'm a bit scared of AI. I thought it was sort of mostly under control until I saw that. And now I'm like, oh, all right. Oh, nice. It's mad, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know about it all. There's not many clues in the image construction. The reactions and movements of the people are still a bit off, but the actual image is insane. Aye, by Scary Deer. I think it would fool most people, even though it is all a bit off. Like, I've spent 2 decades of my life looking at footage every day to spot mistakes or spot problems or whatever. My eye's quite trained on spotting like roto issues or mats that haven't been painted out or multitude of various visual effects problems, but none of the problems are in this. There's a whole different language that I need to visually learn to identify all of this stuff, and it's all just going to get 1,000,000 times better. So don't feel great about it, I'm going to say. I don't feel great about this. My God. I think I'm about 20 minutes behind in the chat, everybody, but please keep chatting. Chameleon says, to be honest, it does feel intentional. The idea that we can no longer trust our senses. Visible proof isn't visible proof anymore. Infinite plausible deniability. Aye. What was it, 1984? The first rule was to not believe your eyes or ears. Or something like that. What am I thinking of? It's all coming true, kinda. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. But give me a shout if anybody's got any other of these new VO3 videos. So either the logos and the text is still very much not there. By the way, I've not said hello to a lot of people. Hello Beneath the Headphones, hello Scroobius Pips, hello Cater Cakes. Hello everybody. Clockwork Ninja, Taj, Lewis, how yous doing? Wellsy Wells, how's it going? Hello everybody. Thump Chop Ridge Piece, thank you very much for resub and welcome in. I like saying your name. I don't think it's my favourite username of all the usernames on Twitch, but it's my favourite one to say out loud. It's really good. I hope you're doing good. Thanks for the 51 months Thump Chop Ridge Piece. Beneath the Headphone says, I've probably argued with so many bots without realising. Aye, 100%. And what does that mean for, like, the world? The fact that we're all trying to make the world a better place by engaging online with people who've got bigoted or bad ideas, only to not even find out that it's all just a big synthetic computer program designed to tire us out. It feels like we're living in science fiction. It really does. My God. Sorry the video was quiet. Thank you, mods, for doing mod stuff. Will we just ban them? Who's that? Let me investigate. 2 messages on the channel. How do I ban them? I can block them. Why can't I ban? I ban. There we go. We've got a ban, everybody. The righteous shall never be removed from this stream, but the wicked, and in that case the wicked is Lord Kiwi, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. And by the earth I mean this stream. And now there's actual Proverbs 10:30. See, if you look it up in the Bible or wherever Proverbs come from, that is actual Proverbs 10:30. That's a ban. Patchima says, has a human being written the script? From what I understand, AI is still unable to be intentionally funny. Aye, Patchimus, I believe a human has written the script for all the videos that we've watched today. Aye, it's difficult finding an AI that can do good comedy. Does this mean the Leatherers is back on the production slate? It might, Base Embrace. It might do. So the software that I just showed you there is £200 a month, I think, for access to that, and you only get so many generations. So in order to do the Leatherers, I would probably need a good couple of grand's worth of funding, and I don't want to do an AI film. Do you know what I mean? Unless it's something clever like the thing that I just spoke to you, where it's like using the tools to warn people about the use of the tools. If there's something clever in it, I would do an AI film. Like if there's a meta conversation as to why it's bad or dangerous or whatever. But I don't know about all this sort of stuff. They're probably basing each clip on a photo. Junko Pop, from what I've been reading, the VO3 is only got text prompts, so there's no image prompts that you can feed it, and no video prompts that you can feed it yet. But if you write in text what you need, it'll be able to generate it for this particular model. Crooks were wearing prosthetic fingers, so video evidence would be inadmissible. Aye. I wonder if I should like replicate, what's a famous t-shirt with text on it? Like Austin 316. So I wonder if I should do an Austin 316 shirt, but the text is all just like AI wonky. Is that a good idea? Is that a good use of time? I don't think it is. I've had the idea, and now I'm just going to let it go. There we go. There we go. Could could be the beginning of the end for arts education. I think the end of arts education began a long time ago, a Human Alien. However, maybe we're being pessimistic. Maybe in the hands of a very creative individual, this stuff could be brilliant. I don't know. Bromo69, how you doing? Thanks very much for the hydrate. This is me hydrating. Sloppy Endgame says we'll have to go back to smelling each other in order to believe anything. Aye, maybe. Although, how long before OpenAI has got a smell engine? Dearie me. Dearie me. Anyway. Wee bit behind the chat. Let me read stuff. AI impersonating bland, soulless, no empathy, broken, real people. Like a copy of a Body Snatcher style. Aye, maybe, Pursue. Maybe. Sloppy Endgame says, like that film from last year. Has it been done? Has it been done? Fair enough. Less AI and more OI. I like it, Pip. Seems like a setup. The guy was ready to just live stream the container ship beached in his backyard. Clockwork Ninja, no, I don't know about the container ship thing. I don't know. I don't think it's a setup. I think that container ship genuinely crashed in some guy's thing. Alright, Basin Bracelet, look at him believing the container ship story straight away based on a video. Well, it was a live feed that lasted longer than 8 seconds. So who knows? Is the container ship story real? Am I real? Who even knows, man? Are we having fun yet? I'm trying to have fun, Base and Brace. Someday I know their therapists gave them a task to have fun in the next week. And they were just saying, like, how do you do that? We were having a conversation. It's like, how do you do that? Like, what is fun? Anyway. Ad says, just finished your VOD from yesterday. Great to see you back. Great to see you here, Ad. Thanks once again, man. I hope you're doing good. Let's play games together. Ad, did you send me a text and I totally flaked on you asking to play Repo? Because I'm into it. And I've just realised I haven't texted you back. Flatulent Gonad, how you doing? What a wonderful username. Welcome in, Raiders. Thanks very much for the raid. If you're just joining, I'm 1030. I go by he, him. Make yourself comfortable. How's it even going? We are just watching videos of new AI technology. So if you're just joining us, basically, this is fucking terrifying. Everything generated here is completely fake, including the audio.
Welcome to a non-existent car show. Let's see some opinions.
I mean, man, the acceleration is crazy. You look far, step on the...
So there should be a buttonhole here on his shirt. And I've noticed there isn't. It's really, like, his earrings are matching. Really struggling to see any clues.
Pedal, and you are there.
I feel safe with him.
All the hands are kind of working. I mean, this guy looks photoshopped in, the guy on the right. I don't know why he's there.
I'm in an SUV, and it seems to be like the right type of car for him.
I think the range is only going to get better. Sorry.
We don't want to drive gas cars anymore.
Yeah, no more gas cars.
Yeah.
Something happened to his hand just before it went on her shoulder.
No more.
1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's all sort of legit, kind of.
Gas cars.
Yeah, you can see
the text here is fucked up. Hills Algeles. I don't know. So I think somebody should start selling t-shirts and stuff with this sort of fucked up text that people can wear, and then if they're videoed doing any crimes, they can just point to the t-shirt and say, nah, this is AI, man, look at that. It's all messed up. Maybe that's today's project. Maybe we make some fucked up fake AI t-shirts in order to give you guys plausible deniability if ever you've been recorded doing a crime. Well, we do that. We do that today. Terrible Clint says, can we have a link to this? I don't know if it was on screen when you asked that, so no, sorry, Terrible Clint. But if you Google VEO3, that's VEO number 3, it was only released yesterday, so there will be tons of videos coming through every minute about it just now. I found all the ones that I saw on Twitter, but I don't want to sit here on stream browsing Twitter because madness. Graham Scatman says, I'd like to see what the creation dashboard looks like at least before I spend that kind of money, but they haven't shown you what you can do on there. I'm sure any minute now, Scatman, someday will do a YouTube walkthrough or a YouTube tutorial of it, because it's been released to the public, but the problem is it's very, very expensive. Peacock says people are going to get sick of this eventually, right? No, I don't think so. Like, I mean, a lot of people are sick of seeing, here's an AI thing, here's an AI thing. But right now, for the most part, they're still kind of tech demos. But any minute now, if it hasn't already happened, is all this is slowly going to get integrated into professional workflows and different industry mechanisms and stuff. It's mad, isn't it? Chameleon says, I don't think those in charge really care about the damage it could inflict. They just want to kill traditional media because they couldn't make it. I don't even know if anybody wants to kill traditional media. I don't think anybody's thinking long term about anything. I think just a lot of people are going to work, and now there's a technology that is emerging where you can, instead of going to spend 2 weeks filming a pharmaceutical advert and hiring fucking DPs and gaffers and actors and all of that sort of stuff, cinematography people and props and everything, instead of spending thousands of pounds on like feeding those people and hiring a studio and doing all of that, you can just generate it on a lunch break. And it's like that first video we saw, that's as good as a pharmaceutical advert needs to be, really. It doesn't need to be any better than that. It should maybe be higher res than that, but I think we'll get there. It's just a matter of a few months or something. Makes me think of that one lady that got scammed by AI Brad Pitt. Oh, aye, do you remember that? Only robots I like are bubble robots. Nice one beneath the headphones. Bubble robots are going to be back. And Daleks, they're cool. Daleks will kill you, man. Daleks will kill you, especially if you live in a bungalow. Daleks are dodgy. R2-D2's cool. I like him. Some people think he might have the Force. I don't know. Ploda says, is it good enough to actually create the same thing from multiple angles? Feel like it would change stuff unprompted. I think I've seen versions of that in the videos that we've saw. But I'm struggling to think what it was. So there was like a drama video that somebody put together, and there was character consistency between multiple angles. I was looking for consistency in this car show video, and it's not exactly what we're talking about, but I noticed this guy has got a lav mic on. This guy doesn't have any mic on. Here there's like a one of the types of mics, but for the most part, on the other ones, the mic kept changing. So in this one, they've got a wee tiny wee silly mic, and that's the same mic that he's got. Well, it's slightly different again in that one. So when I was watching this the first time round, I did notice the way they'd mic'd up the people, the way they had mic'd up the people. The people don't exist, the microphones don't exist, they don't exist. However, I think all of that stuff could be fixed with a more consistent prompt describing the microphone or whatever. I don't know, man. Docto, how you doing? Thanks very much for subbing. Welcome in. Docto, thank you very much for 30 months. 37 months, Docto. What a legend. Thanks very much for that. My goodness me. Fergster says, the thing is, propagandists don't need you to believe what they say. They just want you to disbelieve everything. Aye. 100%. Goodness me, Docto. My God. Docto, thank you very much for 5 bloody subs. What a legend. Docto there has just gifted a sub to Hro79, to Pricey9696, to Sproggers39, to JD, and to Novi Nova. If I've just said your name, and if you happen to be currently in chat, please feel free to say thanks to Docto. And if you aren't in chat, I will. Docto, thanks very much for the gift subs. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Let me consult the woman again. Hello, I'm trying to uncover a memory. Once again, here we are, where I think it's 1984. They were talking about fascism, basically, and how fascism requires the public to not believe their eyes and ears. So, wasn't there something that was written, like the first rule is, do not believe your eyes and ears? Or what am I thinking of? Is it 1984, or is it like actually from the Nazis or something?
You're on the right track. The idea you're thinking of is famously associated with George Orwell's 1984. In the novel, there's a line that goes something like, "The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command."
That's it. So instead of being on the right track, I literally had it right. It was 1984.
Exactly, you nailed it. That quote is one of the hallmark warnings in 1984 about how authoritarian regimes manipulate reality.
Here, check this though. Check this, right? Check this out. There is a brand new AI tool that can generate video that is indistinguishable from reality. It looks incredible. It sounds amazing. And so now potentially anybody could generate hundreds of videos of different people all having an opinion about a thing and upload them to the internet so that we, the public, see hundreds of people with this fake opinion about something, and it could lead us into bad thinking and it could do us harm. And so that's why I was thinking of the George Orwell quote.
Absolutely. That's a spot-on comparison. The ability to create hyper-realistic fake content can definitely blur the lines between reality and fiction, much like what Orwell warned about. When people can no longer trust what they see or hear, it can create confusion and open the door to manipulation. It's a real modern challenge that echoes the themes of 1984.
It's fucked up, isn't it? It's fucked up. I think it'll generate apathy. We'll all become jaded. It's kind of like remember in the Adam Curtis, is it hypernormalization or whatever? And he was talking about a Russian Dadaist in politics who would like fund both sides of any divide, and then they told the public that that's what they were doing, so that the public just didn't know what to believe, and it broke the spirit of everybody who was trying to otherwise follow the news. Is it? Sorry, on you go.
No worries, you're spot on with that reference to Adam Curtis's concept of hypernormalization. The idea is that by flooding the public with contradictory and confusing information, people become disoriented and eventually disengage. It's a tactic that erodes trust in any information source, making it easier for those in power to manipulate the narrative. It can definitely lead to widespread apathy and a feeling of helplessness, which is pretty disturbing when you think about it.
Fucked up, isn't it, mate?
It really is. The potential consequences for society are huge. The more people feel they can't trust anything, the harder it becomes to engage meaningfully with the world around them. It's definitely something that calls for careful thought and action to preserve a sense of reality and trust.
Cool, man. Right, see you later, right? I'm just going to just think about that and stare at the horizon with apathy and that. Also, it's a wee bit mental that I'm like voicing my concerns about AI to an AI, isn't it? Feels like I'm in an episode of Black Mirror or something. Like, is this real? Feels like this is science fiction. Mental.
I get what you mean. It does have that surreal sci-fi vibe. But it's good to talk about these things, even if it feels a bit like a Black Mirror episode. It's all part of navigating this wild technological landscape. Take care and feel free to pop back anytime you want to chat more or just share your thoughts.
I know how this system works. Right, I'll see you later. Bye. Do you think AI people, if you're using ChatGPT, do you say thanks? It apparently costs thousands of dollars in order to support it when people say thanks, because that's still lots of throughput and stuff like that. And so there's a big thing online saying, you know, maybe we shouldn't thank maybe we shouldn't say thanks to our AI counterparts or whatever. However, I think it's necessary. I think we should always say thanks and always be kind and civil and courteous to any sort of simulated entity that we might be interacting with, because I think there will be a time where, and it might even happen, it might even be happening just now, I think there'll be a time where certain individuals speak more, have more conversations with AI than they do with other humans. And so if certain people go through a few months of only talking to AI and not saying thanks and being quite curt and cutting through the bullshit, they will then have retrained how they communicate and how they interact with people, especially if these AI agents are getting more and more realistic. So that would mean then that when that individual goes and speaks to somebody who is a real, genuine human being, that the methods of communication between them both might be a bit stilted, or they might be impolite or whatever. And I can foresee that happening. I can't see too many people who are really talking about that. Thousands of dollars notwithstanding, manners cost nothing. Exactly. It totally gives a... aye, it turns that phrase up, the whole manners cost nothing. Well, technically they do. They cost tokens. My God. How many millions of gallons of drinking water has 1030 wasted rambling through prompts? 100%. Well, to my credit, I've not ripped the arse out of anything. I don't know. I stand by my use of this sort of stuff. But you're probably right. Everything's fucked, isn't it? Hello, Kate. Well, Kate, you've been in for a wee bit. Aren't Google searches now AI? Not entirely. I think there's still the legacy search, but there's a AI summary that you get at the top. But I don't think the actual search results are AI. But I'm not sure. Don't know. Could we preface conversations with an agreement to avoid P's and Q's for resources, but have a presumption of mutual respect? Maybe, but you understand what we're saying about how we're kind of training ourselves to be impolite. Did you see there was a book list, the top 25 summer's hottest book reviews, and most of them didn't exist? Non-binary. I showed that on stream yesterday. Andy Weir and all of that. Egg. Is anyone actually still on Twitter? I mean, no shade or anything, I just figured it died. I'm still on, even though it's messed up, but that's because of a sunk cost fallacy, because I've been on it since 2006, I think, and I've got the 1030 username on Twitter, so I'm feeling it really difficult to to switch to something else. However, started posting on Instagram, and I'll post the same thing on Instagram, same thing on Twitter, and even though I've got like 10.3 thousand followers on Twitter or whatever it is, I don't know, and I've got like a fraction of that, I think I've got maybe 1,000 on Instagram or whatever, but the engagement is sort of comparable between both. So I may just switch to Instagram full time. But we'll see how it goes, man. I don't know. It's difficult doing all of this. Kate says, my brother was convinced Elon Musk was trying to hire him for his faster than light drive he came up with while drunk. I remember you telling me about that, Kate. So was there actually somebody who was pretending to be Elon Musk to your brother? Or was your brother just having like a bad time? Do you think more or less people would have bought micro pigs if they could have been advertised using AI? Christ, exactly. Imagine that. Imagine all the sagas from the past that could have been much worse if AI had been involved. I know a guy that knows a guy who got a micro pig and it ended up just being a pig. And so now this guy keeps a pig in his living room. He went round to the house and there's like a full big pig just in the living room. Thought it was a micro pig. Wasn't, was just young. Do you think people get bored of prompting AI? Well, the question sort of implies there that people are prompting AI for entertainment. And a lot of people are doing that, right? So they'll just sit down with AI and they'll write a prompt saying, I want to hear a song about my dog running and having fun, right? So they're using AI recreationally, right? I think people probably will get sick of that. You know, generate me an image of Pikachu sword fighting Sonic the Hedgehog, right? After you've used that for a bit, you know, fair enough. However, I think what will happen is instead of people using these tools recreationally to have fun, they will use them and apply the results to stuff they're working on. I think that's the idea. And so for the most part, I want to see use cases of different industries, stuff that I don't know about, like folk who work in fashion and textiles or folk who work mastering albums or whatever. Like I want to see if it's useful in certain spots, you know, script writers or whatever. So I don't know, man. Docto says, sorry, didn't mean to disrupt the flow there. You absolutely didn't disrupt anything, Docto. Docto, I think you're absolutely class. You're very generous, and I just want to say thank you very, very much for all the support over the years, man. 37-month sub as well, Docto. You're an absolute legend. Thank you very much. I never realised gift subs could go to people who weren't in chat. Aye, Husey, I think so. If the majority of people who are in chat, I don't know how it goes. But gift subs can go to people, because I've had a gift sub before for somebody who, like, I wasn't watching at the time. That absolutely can happen. Here's a random thought. What if the entire storyline behind Star Wars is just about R2-D2's vendetta against Anakin and Vader forgetting about him? Aye. Aye. Yep. I think R2-D2 is very important. If I had my own Star Wars film to write and direct, it would be entirely about R2-D2 and would mainly be silent as well. I'd do R2's story. Right, where do we go? Where do we go? Pricey says AI kisses up so much. ChatGPT acts like I've discovered gravity for the most basic observations. Aye, Pricey. I would recommend going into your custom settings and in your custom prompt, just say, you know, don't blow smoke up my arse. And yeah, less yapping as well is a good one for it, and it'll just kind of be a bit more straight with you. Bowdy, there is a new Adam Curtis coming soon. 100% there is. I think we're going for idiocracy, but hypernormalization is much more of a serious one. Do you know that? I don't know if it was in hypernormalization, but it's not Bezmenov. I forget the guy's name, but there was a guy in the Putin regime who was a Dadaist, like, artist guy. Putin hired him, and then he just was making ridiculous, absurdist decisions, but intentionally, in order to just sort of fuck everything up, so that the public don't really know what's actually happening, because he came out and he said, listen, I've been doing this. So anything that you think about any of these topics might not be based on truth. So there you go. And so everybody just sort of became disengaged and, you know, separated from reality a bit. And I think that's maybe what's going to happen here if it hasn't happened already. Spogger says, I say thanks since I've learned it costs them money. That's funny. Black Mirror. Thinking AI does the equivalent damage of setting 2 acres of rainforest on fire, and it's true because you read it on the internet. Very likely. I mean, I have a couple of ChatGPT chats that I've completely lost it with the AI because it refused to do anything. Discovered it was because its memory was full. Aye, sometimes if you're in a big chat with ChatGPT and it just begins to get a bit weird, just create a new chat and it'll be alright for there. But that can be quite annoying when you've sat through quite a lengthy conversation about building a thing or something. Anyway. But it's mental, isn't it? Absolutely mental. Miss Lucifera says you can subtract AI when asking Google and it stops at the AI overview. That's cool. Hello, Candlelight. Welcome in. How's it going, Electric Candlelight? 60-month sub. I've not even seen that badge in chat. That's amazing. How you doing, Electric Candlelight? Sorry, I'm a wee bit behind in chat. I think that's why there's a lot of antisocial behaviour. Yes, 100%. Kate says, no, somebody was definitely messing with my brother. My brother kept asking to FaceTime with Elon, and he said only FaceTime with his mum. When asked for more proof, Elon provided him with something called a royal code that my brother, under no circumstances, should share with anybody else. Got really involved. That's fucked up, man. You've saw me pretending to be Elon Musk, haven't you, with the live face thing? If ever you need me to chat with your brother to show him how easily it is to fake stuff, then I will do. If you hadn't bought the R1, you could be messing around with VO3. Well, I was thinking about doing... I'm not spending £200 a month on AI software. I'm not doing that. However, I was thinking about doing a big sale. I was thinking about getting rid of a lot of hardware that I've accumulated over the past 2 decades. I've got loads of Sega Mega Drive games, got lots of Game Boy stuff, Spectrum things, consoles, all sorts. And I don't think eBay's the right way to do it. So I need to sort of take stock. So even if I don't sell this stuff, I think it would be important to do an inventory of all the stuff that I've got and figure out what I want to do with it, because I've got too much shite in this place, particularly the video games, because I don't really play video games unless I'm on stream. So I was thinking about getting rid of all of them. And so maybe at some point we will have like a QVC style stream. Maybe sell everything, because I'm in the middle of building my own website, and on that website I can sell whatever I want. So I maybe put them all on that. I don't know. Chameleon says, I've found some use in using Claude just as like a repository of ideas, journaling that can talk back. But I'm really just talking my ideas out to myself, and I can pick up and drop things I like or dislike and just use it kind of like a sounding board without boring people I know. Chameleon, I've been using ChatGPT a bit like that as well. It's like the rubber duck that programmers use, kinda. It's really good for, you just close your eyes, you can talk to it saying, right, I've got this idea about a thing, it's maybe that, oh, by the way, this bit, and then this bit, and then this, all these ideas. Oh, and before I forget this thing as well. And then you can ask it just to write a summary of all your ideas. And before you know it, you've got something that looks professional and can be printed out. And it's all the stuff that you've said. It's just kind of formatted better. And it's something that you could have done if you sat down and just put labour into organising your stuff. It's obviously worth double checking everything to make sure it's not hallucinated something or put in an idea that you didn't say or forgotten something. But I find great utility in using it like that as well. By the way, how's my microphone today? Because we had audio issues yesterday. I've done absolutely nothing to change it. Old Man Spenno says, I think you'll regret selling your stuff. Don't do it. There's some things that I want to hold on to, Old Man Spenno, but there's other things that I've just had that don't mean anything to me, but I've just accumulated them because I'm a computer guy. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo stuff, I've never been a Nintendo guy. I've got tons of Nintendo shit. I don't really care about Nintendo. Like literally, can he move in here for Mega Drives, man? Can he get moving for Mega Drives? I've got, honestly, about 5 Mega Drives. I don't need 1 Mega Drive, never mind 5 Mega Drives. I would really like physical space. I might say I would love to do a Droids feature film. Yes, 100%. Well, maybe just R2-D2 for me. I'd love to do it. If anybody wants to read into it, it's fascinating. Oh, Vladislav. Aye, Surkov, that's it. Surkov, Cherry Buns. Yes. Non-linear warfare is fucking terrifying. That is something that I hope somebody does a very extensive YouTube essay on. You guys into your YouTube essays? I've only recently started getting into YouTube essays, and I quite like it. Candlelight, we're talking about the VO, the Google VO video synthesis thing. So we were playing a couple of those videos and just feeling a bit weird and dystopian about life, man. You got any Wii games? I do have Wii games beneath the headphones. I think just the ones that come with it, like Wii Sports. Because remember I did the bowling, so I'm going to keep a hold of the Wii. Because every year I want to do the perfect 300. I don't think I've got any other Wii games. Any Wii game I've got will be like the most, like maybe Mario Kart or something like that. But it'll be your obvious ones. I never had a big Nintendo Wii library. That sounds like a business idea. Families could hire you to chat with their loved one. Then you get to do the reveal like, ta-da, I'm not Elon. Aye. I was trying to do that on the news, but they weren't for it for various reasons. Have you looked into Reverb? You can sell gear on there. Not sure about video games though. All right. Is that for like music stuff? Reverb. Well, I was thinking if I was selling things, I would maybe give you lot the first refusal, because it would be easier. If I go via eBay or whatever, you've got lots of fees and stuff. So if I'm selling something on my website, there's no fees there. So I'll maybe try to do that first. Also, here's the deal though, right? It's not just that I want to get rid of everything, it's that I would quite like to make some cash as well. So if I'm selling something, I want to sell it at like the maximum price that I can possibly get for a copy of whatever, the Turtles for the Game Boy. So I don't know. I could stick it all on eBay and just make it a ridiculous price, and it wouldn't sell, but it would stay there for ages. And then every couple of weeks, maybe one thing would sell and one other thing would sell. And so I just keep it up. But I don't know. It's just something else on my to-do list. Radio Rendell, how you doing? Thank you very much for subbing using Amazon Prime. Radio Rendell, you are due a bubble blast, and for whatever reason it hasn't come through yet. But if you keep watching, it will in just a wee second. Radio Rendell, thank you very much for your Prime subs. How's it going? Didn't you get scammed on eBay? I did. So, and it was selling video games. So I put lots of video games on eBay. It was like the most expensive ones. So I had a big collection and I went through and it turns out like that one there is worth 200 quid. I'm like, right, can sell that. That one there's worth 120 or whatever, 300 for that one. So I went through and all the collector's ones I stuck on eBay. And somebody bought, as separate auctions, and somebody bought 2 games. So when I sent them, I just put it in one package to send both games. But because they had paid for 2 auctions, but didn't get a tracking number on that item, because that item was actually in that package, do you know what I mean? They then filed that this one hadn't showed up. I should have just sent them as separate packages. And so therefore I had to refund them for one game that was packaged inside the same box as another game that they confirmed that they received. So that was a bit shite, man. That's a bit shite. So it seems to be eBay will favour any dispute on the side of the buyer. So there, I think I lost about 150 quid, I think that game was worth. Can't remember what it was. Herzog's Y or something, maybe? No, I don't know. But eBay is apparently an awful place now for buying or selling anything. Well, particularly for selling anything. I don't know what happened at the end of the stream yesterday. Full stream just started going haywire, didn't it? It was a wee bit weird. Oh, also, I found a thing. I was lying in bed last night thinking about my audio issues, and I want to have a wee look in here, because there's a wee special bit in here. Nah, you don't have any control over that. Well. Anyway, yous don't care about me trying to fix audio issues. I used Google Cloud and Gemini in March for some R&D. They tried charging me 400 quid because my free credits had expired, but the dashboard page said I still had 180 of credits left. Absolute thieving bastards. Got the refund I shouldn't have to fight for. Aye, that's mental, sheep boy. You think with all their clever AI intelligence, they would be able to just monitor that simple stuff? Robin Harris? Oh, aye. Mostly copied. Where's sloppy endgame? I want to read all the things that you are talking about. I've missed it. I can't follow this conversation. Don't know. Where are we? Bowling in general is class. Aye. It's a bit shouldery. It's a wee bit too shouldery for me, the actual real bowling. Spogger says, I've just been watching old episodes of Weir's Way, so I'm not down with the YouTube meta. Well, I think you can get old episodes of Weir's Way on YouTube. Weir's Way is class, man. Wii bowling in tennis is great fun. Aye, 100%. I gather that Wii games are easy to get and the hardware is easy to enable. I've been told. Really, Bowdy? I would imagine a Nintendo Wii's fairly easy. Can't a Nintendo Wii also emulate like Mega Drive and all your original consoles fairly well? I remember reading somebody was using a hacked Wii as like just like an emulation box. Am I remembering the right thing? Young Lane, I don't think they are expensive. I just went on to Amazon and typed in-ear monitors. I couldn't tell you. Nah, I'm not signed into Amazon, so I can't tell you what it is. I think maximum I would have spent about 30 quid on these or something like that. They aren't expensive ones. People selling retro stuff on Etsy seem to get top dollar. Interesting. Etsy takes a massive amount from sellers though. Interesting. Hello TD, how you doing, man? How's everything going? Ghost says, so Ghost has just followed. Their first comment in chat is a riddle. So immediately, I'm a wee bit suspicious, Ghost. Riddle me this. A red house is made out of red bricks. Blue house is made out of blue bricks. Greenhouse. Greenhouse is made out of glass. Isn't it? A greenhouse is where you grow plants and stuff. So I would say a greenhouse isn't. Yes, I got it right. Welcome in, Ghost. How you doing? Thank you, Kate. I was similarly just a wee bit like... I'm so clever. Hold on. I think there was maybe somebody at the door. Nah, I think we're fine. I think we're good. I just need to look at my security cameras. Because Fred started barking. Aye, we're good. We're good. So I'm thinking about selling stuff, man. Just install the homebrew channel. Aye, there we go, Chameleon. I remember looking into this a couple of years ago. Freddie, be cool, man. Everything's cool. Don't worry about it. I think it's maybe just a dog walking past outside. Don't know. Weir's Ways, all you've been watching on YouTube, got you. You can soft mod a Wii by tricking it into displaying a JPEG. Really? I've been thinking about recently, because I used to mod PlayStation 1s, the original OG mod chip, PS1s. I would do that in high school. That's why I learned how to solder. And I would really like to, just for nostalgic reasons, mod a PlayStation 1. Maybe make a wee YouTube video out of it or something like that. But I couldn't even tell you what the chips are. It was like a 4-character code, SECC, no, SCEE or whatever, that dictates the region of the console or something like that. Oh, I can't remember. But it's a wee sort of 6-pin or 8-pin chip. And I'd quite like to mod a PS1 on stream at some point. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Anyway. Aye, Mootsy, you're right. You're right. Fred might be barking because I was happy that I got my thing correct. Well, there we go. There's a dog barking outside your house at the same time. That's spooky, man. Serendipity. The wriggle on the CD protection PlayStation used was genius. I think people still to this day can't replicate that or something. I think I read something that all the machines are broke and so now we can't make original PS1 discs anymore. I remember trying to mod a PSP and you had to mod the chip on a portable battery. I could never get it working. That sounds brutal, sheep boy. Sounds absolutely mad. Well, listen, hey, guess what? I'm at the bottom of the chat. And do you remember what I said at the start of the stream? I really need to tidy up and do things, right? Because for the past maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, no, for the past maybe 2 months, I've not really been taking care of myself. And I'm just sort of coming back out the other side of all of that. And for a good couple of months before that, my head was in this film. So I've been just a bit busy with all of that sort of stuff. So that means that this house is mental, man. There's just stuff everywhere and it's beginning to affect my head. So I think what I'm going to do is love you and leave you. And do, well, yeah, I was going to stream cleaning, but anytime I've tried to do that before, it's no went well. It's really slowed me down when I've been trying to clean, and also it hasn't been a good stream, you know. So I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I could maybe show you a magic trick first. Oh, also, I think I've been banned from live streaming on TikTok. Don't know what the deal is there. I think somebody reported me for bullying or abuse or something like that. But I haven't interacted with anybody on TikTok to do that. So I've appealed the ban. And hopefully I can be back streaming on TikTok again sometime soon. But I don't know. Right, 2 wee seconds. I'm going to make a prediction. Right, I'll do that. Goodness me, thank you very much for that, Terrible Clint. Terrible Clint, thank you very much for the bits. Good to see you back. Well, thank you very much, man. It's been a great stream. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, I'm not gone yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Who wants to see a magic trick? Or Terrible Clint? Terrible Clint, can you confirm that we haven't set anything up? Just because you're the last person to chuck me bits or sub or anything like that. Could you confirm that we haven't set anything up and I've not asked you to, like, help me out with a magic trick or whatever? And we can maybe do a magic trick, if that's all right, if you're still about. And it might work and it might not work. Mootsy says rigged. How can I get a random person that you will know is absolutely not rigged? How can we do that? I don't want to run marbles or anything. Terrible Clint, everybody thinks you're a stooge. Everybody thinks you're a stooge. So I don't know. But basically, I've made a prediction, right? I'm very delayed as always. Right, this might not work. Terrible Clint, could you tell me... Hold on, wait. I forgot what card I've put in. Right. I've made a prediction in this deck, and I will try and make the deck not leave the frame, because I promise you it's inside this. I'm not doing anything secret or whatever outside the frame. Terrible Clint, could you state very clearly in chat what card am I thinking of? And I will say it's not the Ace of Spades, right? Because everybody picks the Ace of Spades because of the Motorhead song. A lot of women will pick the Queen of Hearts, right? It's a typical one. So it's not a common, obvious one. Don't try and help me out by picking an obvious one. Just a random card. Terrible Clint, when you've got one, please stick it in chat. And in the meantime, I will say hello, Base Embrace. Base Embrace says, I've just got here what's going on. I'm trying something new, Base Embrace. Spoggers says, a paid AI actor. Well, maybe Magic Tricks quite soon will be a lot easier because the full thing can just be AI. Just waiting on Terrible Clint's on a wee bit of a mobile delay. 9 of clubs. Are you sure about that? Because I'll give you an opportunity to change your mind if you want. But you don't have to. Maybe I shouldn't give you an opportunity to change your mind because you're on a sensational delay, aren't you? So, will I just open this up and show you? See, there's one card here and only one card that's upside down. What card did you say there? The 10 of clubs? The 9 of clubs. Boom shakalaka. Well, listen, everybody, thank you very much for coming in. All the very besties. Keep it real, take it easy. And in the meantime, I think Zaffer Cakes is on. Base Embrace says wrong. See you later, everybody. Oh, hold on, I think there's somebody at my door. Is that raid happening? 2 wee seconds. See you later. Hiya, how's it going? Wrong card and raiding someone who isn't live. First off, it was the right card. And second off... Well, wait a minute, it was the right card, wasn't it? I thought Zaffer Cakes was on. Or did Zaffer Cakes... Who's on then? That was just my dog food getting delivered. I thought Zaffer Cakes was on. It was a fucking good card trick, by the way. So I'm trying to teach that card trick to Big Taffman. But we've not found a good opportunity to have a chat. It was the right card I got there, wasn't it? 9 of clubs. They changed their mind to the 8 of clubs? I never saw that. Ah, well, I shouldn't have given... It's because of the delay. Shouldn't have given the opportunity to do it. Listen, everybody, see you later. I'm going to raid the Salt. Thanks very much for coming in. I might be on later tonight. We'll see how it goes. I love you. Bye.